Hi, my name is Gary Clinton, and I'm here with Ricky Alvarez as our guest today. And then before we get started, I want to remind everyone that this is recorded so that kids can benefit in the future. We have 30 minutes to learn about Ricky's exciting career field and the education that you need to grow within the industry, and then also what his advice would be for our students. Okay. We'll be monitoring any questions that students submit. So let's get started so that students can learn about various professions and how they can prepare for their future. Ricky, one thing that I kind of just sprung on you a little bit is maybe trying to do a little bit, some of your answers or portions of your answers in Spanish for students to understand that way too. But can you tell us about your career field, how you got started, and kind of what your growth opportunities have been, or how you've worked your way up through the profession, and then kind of whatever you'd like to share initially.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, Mr. Clinton, thank you for having me. This is an outstanding opportunity to be here and, kind of explain to kids. They're going to graduate and kind of explore what they want to do. And I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to express how much I love this job and the passion I have for it. But yeah, to get started, I started here in Yelm since I was a kid. I've been here for a very long time. Graduated from Yelm High School in 2016. And been here since then. So I just clarify, do you want me to keep switching from Spanish to English? Or do you want me just to kind of go with the whole English?
Let's just do it English, and then when
Okay.
and then we'll convert into some Spanish answers.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So yes, just, like I said, I was graduated in 2016 from Yelm High School. And I just kind of was like, oh, well, college is an opportunity. And but one thing I've always wanted to do is firefighting. So one thing that very motivated me a lot was being here in the community and seeing the big red fire truck go by. I'm sure everybody kind of sees that big red fire truck with lights and sirens and just being obnoxious going down the road. And that to me was like, wow, that's really cool. And I didn't believe in myself that I could be that one day. And you just got to kick yourself in the butt and really kind of put your mindset to it. So one day my dad actually had a little event where the fire department came by. Everything was fine and everything, but just kind of seeing what they did and the camaraderie and stuff they had and how they worked together really, really kind of set up a light switch in my head. So my best friend Eli Nesham, he was in one of your classes back in Sports Med when he was around too. Him and I actually started to volunteer together. We just kind of just went on a fishing trip and we were talking and like, hey, what are we gonna do with our lives? We can't be fish bums, So we ended up coming and getting a packet here at Southeast Thurston Regional Fire Authority and filled it out. And it just started from there. So from there, this department actually did a lot for me. They sent me not only to school, but actually paid for my degree as well, because there was some grant money that we had. But anyways, they sent me to school, sent me to EMT school, and sent me to fire. EMT school is about 3.5 months, and fire is about 4 months. They sent me to that. It's all free, paid for by the department. You don't have to worry about a thing. All you got to do is pass. Have that motivation to do that. And stepping in this door in this building was probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life, because that just opened up so many things and so many options to what my life can be or what I can do and have that potential that I didn't know I even had. So yeah, no, I just started doing that, and EMT was very intense, very medical, associated with medics, and get to do an ER rotation, work, do a rotation at the hospital in the ER. So you get to see all sorts of stuff and learn. One thing I didn't know I had a passion was for medical stuff, and I was loving every single little bit of it. So went through EMT school, graduated, and actually got put on what we call the AID unit. It's an ambulance here. It's a BLS rig, basic life support, and learned how to do patient care, learn how to do documentation, learn how to be first on scene. So many variables that you have to learn to be able to respond in a fire apparatus. And not only are you representing the department, but you're actually representing this organization that covers the community. So it's a lot to it, but it's absolutely super fun. So did that. Went to Fire Academy. Fire Academy was very labor intensive. It's really fun. I learned a lot about fire science and everything like that, hose deployments and all that good stuff. So that was just awesome. I got out of that and I volunteered for about 3 years. And then I recently just got picked up full time, and I'm currently going through what we call the probationary year. You just kind of prove yourself, that you're worth their time. Essentially, you're working hard, cleaning the bathrooms and all that good stuff. But not only that, you're also being part of the family, which is a huge part, because at the end of the day, we are a big family that we go into calls, we go into situations where we have to have each other's back. And it's awesome. I love it. I love my crew. I love absolutely working with them every time I'm here. So I'm going through that right now. I should be ending hopefully in March here pretty soon. So can't wait for that. But what I really recommend for everybody who gets to see this is, if you want to do this job, or if you have a thought about doing something, just motivate yourself to come in. You have nothing to lose. Come in, oh, hi, Carla. How's it going?
Hi, sorry.
Oh,
It was
you're,
someone getting in.
you're totally fine. Mr. Clinton, you want me to kind of wait for Carla to ask?
No, you can keep going with kind of your train of thought, and then we'll have Carla jump in.
Okay, sounds good. But yes, anyways, where I was at, kind of motivate yourself to come in here and just ask questions. You can do a ride along. You can come in, get a tour of the facility. Obviously, COVID right now is kind of a little different, but no, just you have nothing to lose to come and ask questions, ask to talk to a career guy here, or even a volunteer. Come out and be involved. It's gonna pay off one way or another. So.
Awesome. Hey, can you share just, and then I'll let Carla go, but can you kind of share what that application process looked like to be hired full-time? Because there's usually a lot of competition. There's a large number of applicants for each of those firefighting positions. And so for you to be from the community, be volunteering in the department, what did that application look like? And did that put yourself ahead of other people that may have been applying for the full-time position?
So with the career, stuff that you got to do to actually test and get involved in the career aspect, that's it's very, like you said, it's very, very competitive. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to put myself to, because you get discouraged. You applied, you have to spend money and to test, to go out and do what's called a CPAT, it's a physical agility test. You have to drive, you have to get out, but this is for something you have a passion for. So to me, it was a no-brainer. Spend the money and stuff. We have a website called Public Safety Testing. So that you can go online, research it out, what you got to do, and it'll put you step by step of what you got to do to test for a department. There's public safety testing and there's National Testing Network. Different departments choose those two, but some other departments choose their own testing. So you really got to do your research on every department of what they require. every department you go on, for example, if you go to Southeast Thurston Fire Authority, which is go to requirements in our website, and it'll put you step by step what you got to do, what the requirements are, what your passing score needs to be, all that good stuff. But yes, it's very competitive as a volunteer. Like I said, I volunteered for 3 years, for about 3 years. And like I said, you got to be part of the family. You got to work your butt off. Nothing's handed to you. And you got to, really know that you want this job. So to me, it was some points discouraging because, you see people get hired different places, or you're like, oh crap, I tested, that wasn't my score. But I can't emphasize enough, like, just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. And there's people here that will help you. If you ask for help, ask for studying partner or physical agility test practices that you can do. I've set up courses here for volunteers that were getting hired, and we help them out get through their physical agility tests and stuff. So yes, it does cost money. Some departments will cost money to test for, but some departments won't. I guess you just got to do your research. And once you get hired, let's say Carla gets hired by a fire department, and she meets all the requirements and everything. Some departments don't require experience. Some departments actually prefer you not to have experience and actually come in so they can teach you their own way, which is great. Like Seattle Fire Department, they'll hire you. Tacoma Fire Department, they'll hire you, even though if you don't have experience, they'll hire you and they'll put you through all their courses, which is great. But I personally am a big believer in experience and kind of put into work and see if you actually like it before you get into something you don't like. So yeah, get out there and ask questions. Go to departments, look at the requirements and stuff, and research what you have to do that. Because like I said, every department's different. So, but yeah, after you're hired and stuff, you go through a probationary period, which is you get tested on stuff. You go to classes. You gotta meet certain amount of requirements during probation in order to pass probation. Once you're done with probation, usually a year long, you're pretty much in. So because if any time you do a big screw up during probation, they can actually let you go with no questions asked. So yeah, but just work hard and you'll be just fine.
Well, thanks, Ricky. All right, Carla, I'll turn it over to you now. And so maybe if you could ask a question in Spanish or that sort of thing too.
Okay, so just like ask in both English and Spanish?
Sure.
Okay, so the first question is ¿qué educación y formación necesita, which in English means what education and training is needed as a firefighter?
Okay, so I'll start out with English for you. So for education and would you say skills?
Or training.
Or training. So before, correct? Before you get into the fire service stuff?
Yeah.
So honestly, every person has a skill set that somebody doesn't have. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be from as intense as building construction, cooking. It could be talking to somebody. We have people here that like they do wood business on the side. They do some of our firefighters. Actually, one of my coworkers, she has businesses such as storage units and stuff. Actually, here in Yelm, there's so many skills that people have that you can bring to the table. It's not just fire, EMT. Like personally, I come from a restaurant background. So what do I bring? I bring Mexican food to the table. Like, it's great. So everybody has a different skill set that you can bring to the table. So that you shouldn't have to worry about. However, yeah, like being able to talk to somebody and stuff, that's a big deal. Like you should have that. But you will not get across until you come here and prove yourself and kind of like, hey, how's it going? Like, what do I need? And people will guide you. People will definitely guide you. So definitely the skills part, I wouldn't be super worried about as long as you're, highly motivated, willing to work and put in the effort, you'll be just fine. Education wise, people can go to college or whatever and do that thing. I personally went and got my AA at a SPSCC, and that's very beneficial because for the paying side of it, and for salary and stuff, you actually get a percentage raise for having an education. However, some departments don't require any kind of college education. So I started volunteering with a high school diploma. So that education part, done, you're in. So you can choose what you want to do. Like once you're in, you're in. There's so many ways you can go. You can follow, get your AA in something, or even follow your bachelor's in the department. Some departments will even pay for you to go to school. So really all you need is a high school diploma. I would suggest you getting a kind of a diploma of a college background, because that just makes you more hireable as a person, because that shows that you're educated and you're willing to put in the effort for things and finish them and do good things. So definitely recommend that. Like I said, I was personally doing college stuff while volunteering, and some of their classes actually will give you college credit. So EMT and fire, they will give you college credit. So I was getting compensated for being a volunteer, and I was getting college credit at the same time. So there's honestly so many different ways you can get education. But yeah, but to answer that in Spanish, so ¿cuál fue la pregunta otra vez? Educación y ¿qué?
One second. Formación.
Información. Okay, so educación de ser un bombero o de empezar a ser un bombero no es muy grande. Lo que puedes hacer es tener tu diploma de high school, y la verdad eso es lo único que necesitas. Sí te recomiendo que vayas al colegio, a la universidad o algo para agarrar una educación de la universidad, porque si agarras una educación de la universidad puedes aplicar eso y te pueden pagar más, y aprendes cosas que aquí no vas a aprender. So, tener esa educación en otras diferentes escuelas y traer cosas que nadie sabe de aquí, te va a hacer más, te vas a ver más para que te den un trabajo, pues, si me entiendes. Con eso, la educación sí te apoyo que acabes la high school, pero de la universidad, la verdad sí te recomiendo que vayas, porque no es nada pero bueno para ti. Pero de información, de skill, how do you say skills in Spanish?
I'm not sure.
So, cosas que puedes traer al departamento, de como, por ejemplo, cocinar o saber cómo ser un buen trabajador. Pregúntele a sus papás. Ellos, te aseguro que sus papás de ti o de alguien que va a ver este video son muy trabajadores. Y la educación que un hispano tiene es muy importante. Con eso no tengas problema, porque en mi opinión, mucha gente que habla español pueden ser de DACA o algo de inmigración que está pasando, pero yo soy de DACA. Yo soy un DACA, yo no tengo los papeles como una persona americana tiene. Yo no soy ciudadano. So, eso no me paró de hacer esto, de ser un bombero profesional y de tener un trabajo que yo quiero hacer. So, de eso no tengan preocupación. Lo único que sí les quiero decir, y les apoyo que hagan, es que agarren una educación, que es muy importante, y si quieren hacer esto, vengan aquí a esta estación de Yelm y hablen conmigo. Mi nombre es Ricky, so hablen conmigo y yo les puedo ayudar en lo que ustedes necesitan. So that kind of answers it. All right.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Get some water.
Okay, it should be fine now. Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Another question that I have is okay, so in English it is what are things students can do now to prepare for success? And in Spanish it is ¿qué pueden hacer los estudiantes ahora para preparar para el éxito?
Okay. So what students can do now, even seniors or sophomores or wherever you guys are at in high school, if you guys really want to do this, there's many programs out there that can start you to be a firefighter. For example, Bald Hills Fire Department right down the road, they have what's called a cadet program. You don't have to be 18 for that. You can actually start, no, I don't think you have to be 18 for that. And you will, be put into fire class, and play with the bunker gear, get involved in what it is to be a firefighter. So that I really encourage you to do if that's something you want to do. However, in your position, are you a senior right now?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior? Okay, so totally fine. You can also do a ride along. I would encourage you guys to come in, get a tour of the station, see how it's like, meet the guys, see how they are. Every department's different. Every department culture is different. So just kind of poke your head in and ask questions and stuff. I really encourage you guys to do that. Even if we're out and about, if you guys see us at the store or at a football game or something, come and ask us questions. We'll give you a tour of the rig. Absolutely. No questions asked. But I highly recommend, if you guys really want to get into this, do ride along, fill out an application for volunteer when you turn 18, and you'll be off and running. And one thing I wish I could have done is absolutely do a ride along to see if this is what I really want to do. I just filled out the volunteer packet and said, all right, here we go. We're doing this thing. But yeah, definitely come and talk to someone, or just get involved. There's many programs out there you can get involved with. So did that answer your full question?
Yeah. I've heard about the cadet program from like friends of mine that have done it and stuff.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, the cadet program. I don't know if there's another agency around here that has that, but I think Bald Hills might be the only one.
Yeah.
I encourage you guys to do it. Definitely, it's a blast. It's fun. I knew people my age when I was in high school that did that, and it was awesome, and they loved it, and I was jealous. So I'm like, oh, this is fun. This looks cool, and look where I'm at now. So it's great. It's great. Definitely get your hands on, because you're not gonna know what you want to do until you get out there and kind of get yourself involved in any kind of way. So definitely encourage you to do that. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I think I answered your full question in English, right? Yeah. Okay. So in Spanish, can you ask me that question again in Spanish? Sorry.
Yeah. So, ¿qué pueden hacer los estudiantes ahora para preparar para el éxito?
Okay, so lo que pueden hacer los estudiantes ahorita es ver en línea, pueden ver en línea lo que necesitas que hacer para el departamento que quieres hacer parte de. So puede ser un departamento de Lacey, puede ser el departamento de aquí de Young, puede ser departamento de donde sea. Pero lo que sí les recomiendo es que vengan a la sesión y pregunten si pueden hacer un ride along, que se pueden agarrar. Hey, sorry, my guys are saying hi to me. Pueden venir a la sesión y pueden agarrar un papel que les autoriza que que pueden ir a hacer llamadas con nosotros cuando estamos trabajando. So, pueden hacer eso, o pueden agarrar una aplicación de voluntario que con eso puedes empezar el proceso de ser un voluntario en una estación. So, empezando eso ahorita y informarte de todo lo que puedes hacer es muy importante si eso es lo que quieres hacer. So, les recomiendo, si tienen miedo de hablar con alguien en inglés o algo, vengan aquí, como les dije, vengan aquí a la sesión y pregunten por mí y ellos le pueden dar mi contacto y yo puedo hablar con ustedes, no hay problema.
Okay. Basically at the end, he just said, like, if you guys have any questions, you guys could just go down to the station and ask for Ricky, and they'll provide you with his contact information and stuff.
There was a question in the Q&A part that asked, how hard is it when getting a call in the middle of the night when you're
Oh God, that's funny. Sweet. I'm actually excited to answer this question. It depends what kind of call it is. It could be from a simple toe painter to, the whole strip of Yelm to that's on fire. Who knows? It could be anything. But it's not hard if you get some good rest. So here at any fire station, there's beds, there is a kitchen, there is showers and stuff, just like a regular house. No fire pole, unfortunately. A lot of L&I cleanup would come out if that were to happen. Yeah, so we can sleep here during the day. We're obviously out and about and stuff. We work at 4896, so we're 2 days on straight and 4 days off. So we live at the station for 2 days. So at night, I mean, depends how the day goes and stuff, what you got going on. At night, yeah, sometimes you're not sleeping. So that's why it's important to, take naps or if you don't have any downtime, kind of rest up. But it's not very hard. I guess it just depends how the day goes. But yeah, I mean, to add to that, I guess we have what's a pager which goes off in the middle of the night. So sometimes I'll put it at the end of my room, or at the end of my room on the other side. So I have to physically get up and turn it off because I have gotten up where I just click it and I'm like, oh crap, I got to get up again. And so yeah, no, definitely it's super fun though. I love it.
Awesome. Thanks for answering that question for them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Any other questions I can answer?
There's a question that says, how mad do you get when it's the last 5 minutes of your shift and you get a call?
Not mad at all. No, I absolutely love my job. I love being here. I love being just involved in my career because I have a big passion for it. And actually, when it's the last 5 minutes of your shift, usually if this department is really good at people showing up early, so you get relieved for that situation. So a lot of people get here 30 minutes early and be like, hey dude, pull your gear off. I'll take it from here. There's some people that do that, it's awesome, but no, it's not mad at all. I personally like it. So.
So you just said like you have a love and passion for your job. So, kind of like to go more in depth. I wanted to ask you, what are some of the specific things you love about your work? Like some of like your favorite things that you do there, that translates to just ¿qué amas de tu trabajo?
Okay. So what I absolutely love about my job is the guys I work with, the people I work with. I have, this job is just like having a family. That family feeling you get with your crew is absolutely amazing. Knowing that person's right behind you to take care of you, it's a great feeling. However, aside from that, I grew up in this town. I grew up here since I was in elementary school. So this city of Yelm, not town anymore, means a lot to me. It's somewhere where I grew up, and I have a lot of space in my heart here, that I really want to see this place grow and help out in any way I can. So I'm sure you'll see me out in football games or out on prairie days when we get back, this COVID stuff goes away. I just love being involved and making people happy. I'm a people giver. So this job was absolutely perfect for me, and I love coming to work. I get excited coming to work. I wake up an hour before work. I'm like, all right, here we go. Got to go make the coffee. So it's great. I love it. But to answer that in Spanish, la razón es que amo mi trabajo es una razón muy grande. Es yo fui nacido en México y me trajeron aquí, y yo estoy aquí desde segundo grado. Esta parte de Yelm, pues Yelm y Rainier fue dos partes donde yo crecí, y amo Yelm, amo Rainier. Y yo soy una persona que le gusta ayudar, que gusta ser parte de la ciudad, que dar a la gente. Y este trabajo fue un trabajo muy perfecto para mí, porque yo soy así. A mí me gusta ayudar a la gente, a mí me gusta ir a diferentes tipos de partes o llamadas donde puedo ayudar a gente. Pero una cosa que encanto, la verdad, más de eso es la gente que yo trabajo. Con la gente que yo trabajo es muy, muy especial para mí, porque es gente donde voy a llamadas donde son muy graves o algo, y yo sé que ellos me van a cuidar, y yo a ellos también. So, tener esa relación con ellos es muy importante para mí, y la verdad me encanta tener esa pasión para la gente que con yo que trabajo. So yeah, if I answered it correctly in Spanish, I might have to show this to my mom. She'd be like, what the heck are you saying?
Okay, Ricky, we are out of time. I want to
bummer.
thank you very much for doing this for us. You did a great
Yeah,
job.
absolutely. Yeah, thank you. I know this whole Spanish thing caught me off guard. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta touch on my Spanish. So no, so you guys have my email. Any questions or anything that people want to ask or whatever, feel free to email me those questions. I'll answer them however I can. And please, to anybody who's watching this, whenever gets to watch this, come into the station, grab an application, talk to the crew, ask for me if you guys want, and we'll get the ball rolling, because nothing's gonna be given to you. You got to work for it. So anybody could do whatever they want to do, no matter what it is. But if you guys really want to do this, come in, get the ball rolling, and you guys will absolutely love it. I promise.
Okay, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And please, if you guys have any questions, please let me know.